Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This will be a kind of little conversation between our small pack about the various different things that are going on in their lives and trying to arrange what will happen in the upcoming days and weeks. It will begin with Alicia returning from outside after having spoken to the gangrel primogen. Having left her three pack mates in the living room, presumably with their sleeping bags and stuff.
Heinrich is in the living room playing an old Game Boy he acquired from one of the glasswalkers.
Keegan sprawled out on the couch.
Trey's sitting in a chair by the window, reading.
Well, I think that went well, Alicia said as she enters the room again.
Huh? What?
That's what a vampire looks like, eh?
Yeah, one of them. I've got photos of all the gangrel. So if we see them, we kind of
take
just
him out.
let them do their thing.
We take him out.
No.
That's kind of
Yeah.
boring, and Heinrich goes back to his Game Boy. Tetris, if you're wondering.
Right, the idea is we let the gangrel visit the park as long as they don't cause any trouble.
Okay,
Did you get that, Heinrich?
Oh, what? Go what?
We let the gangrel visit the park as long as they don't cause any trouble.
And what is defined under cause trouble?
If they damage the plants or the animals or
The humans?
something beyond just kind of sitting there and looking at the park.
So,
Okay, so they can come, sit, nothing else?
Pretty much. And if we have any issues with them, we ask them to leave. And they have to go.
that's
Yeah,
funny.
I'm sure that's going to work out real well.
Well, they've been here as long as I have, and longer than I've known their vampires, so we will try and be understanding first, and then if they don't behave, then we will rethink matters.
Alright.
Trey raises his hand. I'd just like to point out that up until a week ago, I didn't even know vampires existed.
Same here. But we have a plan. So that is good.
I'm gonna point out, by the way, that that is not a plan. But that being said, I'll follow it.
More of a goal than a plan.
Okay. Well, we have a goal then. So that's the vampires mostly kind of sorted, and she'll put the pictures of the various gangrel on the coffee table so that everyone can get a good look at them and find out who they are.
Trey will pull out his phone and take pictures of them.
Keegan waits
So
for
he has
Dre to
his
be
own.
done, and then takes a good look at the pictures.
Heinrich's still playing his Game Boy.
Right, so that is that issue. If we're all supposed to be guarding the park, I'm not sure we're all going to fit in here quite long term.
I can stay with Grandma.
Wait, you
Okay,
can what?
but we have to stay in pairs.
Grandma has a problem with non-pure people. She's
Grandma has
kinda
a
racist.
problem with non-pure people in the sense that Grandma will mouth off like an interesting old lady will, or Grandma will rip my throat out. Because if Grandma will just mouth off like an interesting old lady will, I can handle that. That doesn't matter.
Well, she has a mean right hook.
How old is Grandma?
Like 85-ish?
Okay, I can cope with that.
Out of character, she probably looks closer to 35.
I lay my ass out. Oh my god! No. Out of character, I'm sure she could knock me for a win, but Trey doesn't know that. So yeah, she's like, look, if we gotta stay in pairs, that means somebody's gotta stay with Alicia. And Daryl and I get along. So why doesn't Daryl just come back to my place with me? And Heinrich stay with Alicia.
Okay.
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I need to bring the Xbox over, and the PlayStation, and the TV.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
And the computer, and the Super Nintendo, and the Nintendo.
Jesus, get an emulator for God's sake!
What's the fun in that?
I'm not
more time
sure
over
there
here.
will be space. I'm not sure there will be space for all of those, but we'll see what we can do.
You know what? I got a better idea. How about you read a book? And he'll take a book out of his bag and, like, hold it over to him.
Do you have something like Run Dog Run, please?
Let's just start you off with the giver, okay?
And Heinrich will slowly put it on the coffee table.
And go back to his Game Boy, I'm guessing.
That was the first book I laid my eyes on in my space, so I assumed it was what he had on him.
Okay, so we have sorted that bit out. And then, if we need to be a pack, are we a pack?
I guess.
I mean, we seem to be a pack right now.
Okay. Do we need a name? Do packs have names?
They usually get them.
They're given them.
I really don't know.
Like, people start calling you that thing. You know what I'm saying? If you name yourself, that's kind of pretentious and a bit...
But you don't want to be named Runs Away from Cows or something.
Well, then let's avoid running away from cows. Damn.
It's not going to be too hard not to run away from cows in this city.
Unless we decide to go out to somewhere where there are a lot of cows and they stampede.
Then they can call us
Okay.
runs away with cows for all I care.
So we're in agreement. We're going to avoid cows.
At least until after we have a pack name.
How about the lightning storm?
Well, it would also depend on what totem you have, I guess. You know, the totem kind of helps to decide.
Well, we don't kind of have one yet.
Then we
probably
should
try
go
and get
find one.
Would one take me with the way I am?
Why not?
Because everything else seems to be like, oh, worms stink. Stay away.
I'll have to ask Grandma. She knows a lot about that kind of stuff.
I'll nod.
But we also have to sort out becoming the Cleath things first.
Become the what?
Cleaths.
Oh, I-
The rite of passage thingy.
Oh, I've already done that.
Okay, well, good for you, but the three of us haven't.
Well, we'll go talk to the old guys, and we'll ask them to send you on a mission or something.
Aren't we supposed to be protecting the park?
I think they already did that.
I think protecting the park is our mission.
That's a
And we have
lifetime
to
mission.
make Andre not smell.
Oh my god.
And at this point, Heinrich will reach over to his backpack, pull out a can of deodorant.
No, of the worm stuff.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
wearing Bulgari, for God's sake. I smell rather nice, thank you. Don't I smell nice, Daryl? He'll put his wrist out by his face. He's wearing Bulgari's Aqua. So I guess he smells like $80. Not his music.
well, the problem is with defending the park, that's like a lifetime project.
We're gonna be here a while.
Yeah.
And we have to, like I said, we have to go into the Umbra and find something to get rid of the worm taint. I think that is the mission-y thing.
Yeah. I'll ask Grandma about that too.
How do you
Okay.
even get rid of worm taint?
I don't know.
Cleanse it, maybe? I don't know.
Well, the old guy said that you couldn't cleanse it, so.
Well, okay, so, but like, what's the source of it?
Well,
Yeah,
that
do
would
you
be
know-
problem number 1 to figure out. Right?
Yeah, once we figure out where Andre's taint came from, we might maybe
The
be able to
park.
do it.
The park. I know where my taint came from. The park. Mm.
The park isn't tainted as far as I know.
Oh, good. I thought you were talking about the park being tainted. You're just talking about me again.
Sorry. Just we kind of, that was our mission-y thing. We had to
He's grinning.
remember it and stuff.
I see. He turns his page, like, snappishly, but he's smiling.
So we've got a lot to do, but there's the urge, Johnny, that we are supposed to be doing that one with. So hopefully he will know what to do on that one. Are we supposed to have an alpha person?
You mean an alpha?
Yes, but
I
are we
thought that was
supposed to
you.
I mean, there's the sect alpha, and someone said something about a pack alpha, but is that like an alpha, or is that like...
I assumed you were the alpha.
I
Who's
don't,
been following
I don't
Alicia
agree with
so
that.
far?
I don't agree with that.
Well, then do something about it, for God's sake. Just
Alright,
you saying you don't agree with it doesn't mean it ain't true.
Alicia,
Yeah.
do you want to be alpha? And I can be war alpha? I beat up
Okay.
on stuff.
Okay,
you can do
that
the
kind of
rest.
sounds like a plan.
Cool. And Heinrich goes back to the Game Boy. Oh, battery's dying. Come on.
You have got to be kidding me. You want me to expect to follow you into war when you can't even put down your device for 3 seconds?
Hey, if he wants to go first, let him.
Heinrich
what?
will
That's a damn
slowly
good point.
stand
No,
up.
that's a good point. Go ahead.
Heinrich will slowly stand up, turn around to Andre. The other Fenris are known to do one thing. It's beat up on stuff. So,
Oh,
if you want
wow.
to go first...
God damn. He'll flip his page. You gotta be kidding me. Oh,
What's so funny?
you're damn funny. He'll flip the page again.
Right. So I am going to go and find some more batteries.
Yay!
Because one thing she is good at is keeping a whole bunch of random stuff in various drawers. Including batteries and a battery charger. If you've used rechargeable batteries, that is.
Well, any AA batteries will do, I think.
So she will hand you some rechargeable batteries that have been charged.
He fumbles with them first, puts them in the wrong way, then turns on the Game Boy. Nothing happens.
Oh.
Turns it off, flips them over. There we go.
Maybe you should try kicking it around a little bit first.
Well, these things are really tough to break. He looks at it rather pensively.
No, I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay. Still looking.
You remind me of some of the boys I have.
No, what now?
You remind me of some of the boys I have.
Okay.
Right. Is there anything else we need to sort out?
I mean, not to be too on subject here, but we should probably figure out like who's going to watch the park and when.
I've been watching it this whole time I've been sitting here, but I can only watch it for so long.
Video camera attached to a computer?
You still have to watch the video, but
We can sleep at least during the time. Maybe,
yeah. Well, I will be here most of the time, either here or in the park. And we can't kind of watch the park all the time. We just have to try and do our best and check that nothing has kind of happened to it, and try and try and speak with some of. Well, I need to get spirit speech, and then we can talk with some of the plant spirits, and they can tell us if something happens.
I mean, if we're talking about talking to things, I can talk to the animals around and see if they'll keep an eye out.
That could help. And there's some canaries that are in there, and there's pigeons, and there's a whole bunch of squirrels. They could tell us if something happens. Pardon?
I think I saw some falcons in there earlier. They're pretty good at keeping an eye on things.
Yep. So, they could help us. We might
I haven't really done much talking to animals so far, so I don't know how reliable they are, but it's worth a shot.
We might need to give them something for it.
So I have a question. So you can speak to animals, and that's fine, but do they respond with a human intellect or an animal intellect?
Some animals are smarter than others. But I can talk to them, and they're intelligible.
Hold on.
Out of character, double checking.
Yeah, it's with animal intellect. I mean, they will respond as best they can, but they think like animals. They're not going to suddenly become smart and stuff.
That'd be awesome. Super smart squirrel.
Rattletask!
I could talk to him, and he'd be able to respond.
Okay, but if we can find one that can recognize some of these pictures, and we can like get them to watch out for specific people.
The only problem is that the falcons tend to be better during the day, and these will all be nighttime people.
Owls,
Yeah.
maybe?
Maybe owls. Maybe squirrels, because they might prefer to sleep at night, but they'll still be woken up if someone's moving around and doing stuff.
True.
Pigeons,
They are
maybe?
prey
There's
animals.
pigeons everywhere.
There are
There's
pigeons everywhere.
in the city, right?
But anyway, we have a plan. We will talk to the animals and see what they say.
Okay.
Is there anything else we need to talk about? Does anyone have kind of any ideas?
Do we have food here? Kind of hungry.
What time of the day is it?
It will be nighttime, but it'll probably be, say, well, let's say it's getting dark around 9 or 10 these days, isn't it? So if we say it's around 11:30, close to midnight. So the food places would still be open, but not for much longer.
In New York? No, they're still open. They will be.
Oh, that's fine then.
That city's
Open
24
around the
hours.
Oh, good point.
Heinrich will grab the nearest phone and start dialing for pizza.
If we get, because we've all kind of hungrier lately than before, if we get 4 larges, that should probably kind of be a good plan.
Okay, and what do you want?
I will go with ham and mushroom.
Okay, thanks. Anyone else want anything special?
Chicken and pineapple for me.
Okay.
Andre?
He thinks. Maybe a calzone.
Okay. So, and Heinrich will give the guys his orders, and then 4 large pizzas on top of that. Thank you. Click. So, I'm going to take a nap while we wait for the pizza. And he promptly falls asleep in the sofa.
Okay.
That'd be kind of hard since I'm taking up the sofa.
He falls asleep on the sofa.
He falls asleep on you on the
Partially
sofa.
on top of you.
Okay, Keegan manages to push Heinrich over to the side enough to sneak out from under him.
Aw, you were buddy snuggling.
I'm not okay with this.
I'll be back. No, actually, Daryl, go with me. No, go with me. And he'll, I'll like, go down the street with me for a second.
Okay, I'll head down.
He literally goes, like, right down the street, and we'll hit the halal cart, and come back up. And he'll explain to him
yeah, no problem.
Yeah, he'll explain to him on the way that he probably wouldn't have ordered a calzone, like thinking back on it. But he'll explain that he's still vegetarian, and he wanted to get vegetarian food. So he goes
You could have gone for a veggie lovers pizza.
Yeah, but the cheese on the pizza.
Quite a lot of cheeses are made using vegetarian Rene these days.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's true. He would have done that then. He would have gotten veggie cheese and a vegetarian pizza, basically.
Okay, we're retconning down away our street visit then?
Yeah, sure. Why not? He just ordered a veggie pizza.
Heinrich will have called it one hippie pizza, please. Click.
Trey does not seem bothered by that. Daryl, you want a book? He'll like look at his bag.
Sure, I'll take one.
He'll look in there. He'll give him Tuesday with Maury.
And Alicia will ask if anyone wants a cup of tea or coffee.
I'll take some tea.
You are greeted by a loud snoring from Heinrich.
I know.
I'm not drawing him if he keeps doing it.
He keeps doing it.
Yeah, I'll take a cup of tea too.
Trey pulls out a Sharpie.
And Alicia will make tea. And we'll set the cups of tea down.
She starts very lightly drawing on Heinrich.
Heinrich will swat at the pen, but more of a getaway. I'm sleeping, but not really paying attention to the drawing.
That's probably
It just
going
wipes
to,
all over his face.
Yeah, that's just going to make it slide sideways, so that there's now like huge slide marks on his face as well as what's being.
And then he'll wipe on his face because it tickles, and then just wipe it all over.
He's writing in Latin on his face, by the way.
Alicia knows what he's actually doing. Like, why are you doing that?
Because he's snoring.
That's when you throw pillows at people, not draw on their face.
Shouldn't have fallen asleep around me.
She'll just shake her head.
I'm connecting the freckles.
And go and get a box of biscuits.
He's playing Connect the Freckles on Heinrich's face.
Heinrich even have freckles?
No, he does not. He has a single birthmark. That's it. A tiny one.
Yeah, he's basically playing, like, he's just drawing, like, little scribbles on his face. Not like dicks or anything like that. That's just wrong, but, like, little tiny, like, wolf
Why did you go for a Sharpie? You could have just used a felt tip pen.
So it'll stay. Hello. He's drawing like little wolf paws and little spears and swords. Things he thinks Heinrich will like. And a little Game Boy. And then he'll put Dre was here. Then he'll go and sit back down, open his book up.
You've got your book upside down.
Me?
No.
What?
The book?
Oh, yeah, of course. Keegan turns the book right side up and continues pretending to read.
Keegan, just by chance, do you know how to read?
Not so much.
Would you like to learn how to read?
It hadn't really come up too much in my life.
Well,
I'll help you out. He'll nod. He'll say, I'll help you out. Don't worry about it.
it can be important.
Okay, I guess. Although, since we're on the buddy system right now, you can just read for me.
That's true.
He holds his hand out for the book. And he'll start reading from it.
Keegan gives it back.
Yeah, he'll start. Tuesday with Maury is actually not a really good book to read out loud. He'll pull out The Hobbit and start reading that out loud. He's got a couple of books in his book bag. He'll read The Hobbit to him. He's actually not bad at it at all. He has to read to little kids a lot and like read to like kids. So he's actually pretty good at reading out loud to people. And he has a nice, deep, rumbly voice. So
Heinrich will wake up when it's story time.
he'll even like get into it. Like
Keegan
he'll
sits
like
and listens intently.
Yeah, he'll do the voices, and he'll get through like the first like 2 or 3 chapters.
And Alicia will go and get the pizza when the pizza guy arrives. And
Heinrich just tosses his wallet to Alicia.
Okay, you pay for it then.
It has an allowance in it, so you know.
Okay. And so she'll sort that out and make sure that everyone has drinks and stuff. And she doesn't mind kind of popping back and forth to the kitchen to make sure everyone's topped up with juice and stuff, and tea and just. I'm assuming Andre will just keep reading.
Yeah, he'll basically do the first 3 chapters, and then he'll close it, and
it'll be the book version of having a movie night.
Oh.
Wonderful story time.
Mm-hmm.
About halfway through chapter 3, Heinrich will have fallen asleep on Keegan's shoulder.
Aww.
Still a better romance than
Keegan
Twilight.
One slice of pizza is just halfway to his mouth.
You know, once you get past
up.
he's actually quite adorable.
Keegan just kind of shrugs at this point. It's like, okay, whatever.
At which point Heinrich will presumably fall off your shoulder onto your lap.
Or
'Cause
backwards
that's what happens when people shrug if they've got someone's head on their shoulder.
Or backwards with his head onto the coffee table.
It's worse than Titanic.
And Alicia will go and grab a spare blanket and pop it over Heinrich.
So are we staying here tonight, or am I going back home with Keegan? And you stay here.
You can totally stay. Well, we'll just kind of work around Heinrich.
If we shift into our wolf forms and we fall asleep in that form, will we stay asleep in that form?
I don't know.
Yes.
I haven't tried yet.
You're asleep.
I'm out of character saying yes.
Yes. We could try that.
There's nothing stopping us.
Yeah, he'll go to the bathroom, and he'll like a few minutes later, like you hear a scratch, scratch, scratch on the door.
And open the door to let him out.
He's sitting there like I forgot that I don't have hands to open the door. Damn it.
Yep,
His clothing are folded neatly on a pile on the edge of the tub, which is why he went in the bathroom. So he didn't tear his clothes up. And he is actually a pretty big wolf in wolf form. I don't know what his markings are, because actually, you know what? He is like plain stark ass black in his wolf form, like very, very black. And
in that case, we can be fairly certain that your pure breed is Shadow Lord.
It probably is, honestly. Even if it's not, though, there are a lot of tribes that fit all black, and he is black, so I'm not trying to be an asshole, but it fits.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
He'll trot over to and look around the living room and just kind of do a couple of little circles and lay down and put his head on his paws.
Aww. You know, if we're all in Wolfie form, we can probably all fit on the bed.
In his head, he's thinking, but is your bed weighted to hold possibly up to 400, 500 pounds? But he shrugs, and he gets up, and he trots into her room. Looks at it.
And Alicia will wait for Keegan to decide what he's going to do.
I think I'm just going to take the couch and find out what your little experiment with sleeping in wolf form does.
Okay.
Got another spare blanket?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
he'll hop up on the bed, snuggle down.
And she will grab a blanket for him. And then she will not actually have to go and get undressed to transform, because she got her clothes sorted out the other day. Woohoo!
Awesome.
So she will just walk in, close the door, and then transform and just be wolf form. Pop up on the bed and curl up.
He is probably dozing by this point. Honestly, he's really tired, and it's been a late night, and he read The Hobbit rather emphatically, so...
Yep. So Wolfie Sleepover, everyone is asleep. Or will be soon.
Keegan says to the room, I wonder if I should be worried about those two.
See? I didn't even do it! I didn't do it this time! God damn it. He'll, unless she honestly touches him, or, like, puts herself physically on him, he's not even, like, touching her, honestly.
Well, let's be fair, it's a double bed, there's plenty of space for two wolves to sleep up with their curl up, not touching each other in the slightest. Could probably fit all four of them curled up in different corners of the bed and not have any of them in contact with the others.
You see, at that point it's awkward and we have to pile, okay?
Yeah.
At that point you're starting a porno. But
not really, they're just sleeping.
I'm playing. But no, he'll twitch his ear every once in a while and have little wolfy dreams and run. And sleep all night. And then wake up the next morning and actually make breakfast for people. He will actually, like, cook breakfast. He'll
Alicia will probably have already disappeared at this point.
What time would it be? Because he wakes up at about, like, 5 a.m.
Well, she gets random phone calls when people have things break and whatever.
Okay.
So, she will probably reappear again about 10-15 minutes later.
Okay.
But she has, she'll have left a note saying upstairs in flat such and such, be right back.
The only question is does that go against the idea of the buddy system?
Well, she's staying in the same building, and she probably considered having to wake someone up, but then it's like, well, they're sleeping. And I doubt the kinfolk have shown up here.
Okay, that's fine then.
So she left a note. She could get in trouble for it, but she does actually reappear perfectly safe.
Okay. Yeah, Dre's basically gonna make a breakfast, and he'll with like coffee and all that the next morning, and have that prepared for everyone. He'll actually make like an entire package of bacon just for Heinrich.
Heinrich's still asleep.
One whole bacon for Heinrich, and he still has his face drawn on.
Yeah, Keegan's out cold about until you start cooking that bacon.
He has like one. He has like one half of the one package that's like half and half for Keegan and Alicia, and then like one whole package for Heinrich.
At around 11:30, 12 p.m. Heinrich will wake up, smell the bacon. It's cold already, but whatever. He puts it on the leftover pizza and then starts eating.
Wow.
Keegan briefly woke up, ate his rasher of bacon, and... Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I somehow think by the time that Heinrich wakes up, we'll have had a conversation, eaten our breakfast, and you guys will probably have left.
Probably.
Well, being the way Heinrich is, he probably doesn't even notice at this point.
No.
Yet.
Heinrich also probably would have called Dre's breakfast hippie food too.
But
If
he's
he
not
was
awake
awake,
to
yes.
notice.
He basically ate like an avocado with like olive oil on it and like a piece of like toast with like almond butter on it.
You need to eat more.
I eat just fine, dear.
Okay, but it's just if we've got our metabolism boosted and stuff, you could at least have an omelette.
I don't need a lot of eggs.
But you need the protein, and if you're not eating meat, and
You
you're
know how
you're
much
a werewolf
protein
and
is in
stuff.
an avocado? He'll like
No?
wiggle the avocado at her. He's like, "There's a lot of protein in these."
Okay.
I can't believe I'm having this argument again. Oh my god. Not with you, just in general in my life. He'll smile at me.
Thank you for making breakfast.
Of course.
Keegan just kind of grunts, still eating.
You didn't have a very stable home life, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Sips his coffee. You just have that look about you. I ain't trying to be like a bag of dicks. I'm just saying, like, you got this vibe about you the kids get after having to take care of themselves for a while.
I did pretty well on my own.
Most do, to be honest. I mean, ignoring the fact that you probably didn't get health care and education or, you know, have anybody say for people who were just trying to survive and use you getting on in your life. Yeah, sure, yeah. I'm sure you got along just fine. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I ain't judging. Sip his coffee.
No, everything was going fine. I was running my own crew down in Miami before all this.
Your own crew? It's out of my jurisdiction. Go ahead.
Friends, crew.
Like I said, it's out of my jurisdiction. You can keep talking. I can't do anything about it. He sips his coffee.
I mean, we just relocated cars from people who had them to people who didn't.
You ain't even got to be Robin Hood about it if you were taking the cars for money. That's how people got to survive. I don't agree with it, but I don't agree with people starving either. You know how it is, man. You know how it is.
Yeah, it was going fine. So I had to come up here. We were just doing a little bit of expansion.
You still in that, or
Which,
you gotten out of it? Huh?
sorry, could you repeat that? Having a little trouble hearing this early.
You said, are you still in that business?
Well, I'm pretty well out. I kind of slaughtered all of my connections up here during my first change.
Yeah, I can see where that would definitely leave you out of the business. Well, you know what? Don't worry about the roof over your head or food in your belly. I got you.
I appreciate it.
I'll take care of you.
I think they'll all be kind of taking care of each other for a while.
Probably. I'm still kind of wrapping my head around all this. It's a lot, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is some crazy shit.
It's like I got this whole other life now that, you know, is separate from my original life. I got a family, you know? I got a sister, nieces, nephews, you know, parents, and can't really tell them about this, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got us, I guess.
I guess nothing. That's like family to me. I'll kind of pat his shoulder. especially if I keep getting a draw on his face. That'll make my day every day.
You know, I'm going to have to get him some exfoliant later to try and get rid of that faster.
Nah, you gotta do is just put some nail polish on it. Some like nail polish remover. I gotta deal with that with kids all the time. They draw all over themselves with Sharpies.
Okay, I can get some of that.
And I'm throwing this idea out here there. We take a few pictures, maybe use it against him later.
We could just leave it on him.
Well, I am going to place a groceries order online. Seeing as we have to kind of go everywhere in pairs, and it would be annoying to have to go to the shops in pairs, especially with Heinrich. I'm not sure, but I just have this image of him putting stuff in the trolley when I'm not looking.
Probably.
So I am thinking online order.
Trey will pull out his wallet. He'll hand her over his credit card.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Don't go getting the 1930 aged caviar and, you know, Cristal. I'll be okay.
Okay. And she'll pull out a rather old but still quite functional laptop and start on her ordering while munching on one of her remaining pieces of bacon.
Trey's gonna point out and ask for some things that are high protein vegetarian and like just a couple of things that like
quinoa and stuff.
Yeah, quinoa and stuff like that, and
yeah, that's it.
Certain types of tofu and just stuff. Butters, certain types of like almond butters and stuff.
Well, if the base of operation is going to be her working out of her tiny kitchen, then so be it. So we should be able to sort that out at least. Pardon?
If you could just order another one of everything you're getting for yourself.
Yeah. And more as well. She says in the glance to Heinrich.
I'm actually a really good cook. If you want me to go ahead and order, I can cook for us.
If you want to, I'm likely to be around, so I can let them in to get the food and stuff. And she will kind of just plop it on the on a space in the counter.
They'll basically, I imagine they're going to work together to figure out how to keep them fed and sane.
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
One thing that Dre orders a ton of is Greek yogurt. Like that's like one dairy thing that he eats a lot of, and he eats a lot of like it's pronounced Satan, but like I don't know if they call it that where in England.
What is it?
It's like
It's wheat meat.
Yeah, it's wheat meat basically.
Okay.
It's got like 18 grams of goddamn protein. Like it's got more protein than most meats do.
Okay. We have TVP, we have corn. I like corn. Corn is tasty. It is mushroom chicken.
I can't eat any of that. Like I can't eat the TVP because I'm gluten intolerant, but whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, he basically orders. He actually like. There is a lot of protein to be had in his diet. Like he's not quite worried about it.
That's good. But she was worried because what he was eating before might not kind of do him as a werewolf. Yeah. And she'll throw in some ready cooked chicken and stuff so that people can snack on various bits and pieces.
Mm.
And I think that is the end of our scene, unless we have anything else you want to cover.
Nope.
Nope, I'm good.
Not good.
We will just end with this little scene of domestic bliss with the snoring Heinrich. Okay? So with that,